And now, a commercial for the Killer Reviews podcast. Psst, guys, don't all look over at once, but this chick over there is freaking out.
Them! What did he say?
Them? I think they're talking about us.
Watch out for them! A menace never known to man or beast before.
Man or what?
Man or beast. I get that a lot, actually.
An endless horde of crawling, crushing, gigantic creatures, so horrifying there was no word to describe them.
No words? You said about 20 of them, and to be honest, they weren't very nice.
Kill one and two take its place. This is the endless onslaught of them, clawing up out of the earth from mile-deep catacombs.
All right. I've had about enough out of you, Mr. Overly Intense Old-School Science Fiction guy. First of all, we don't multiply. And secondly, have you even listened to our podcast?
Yeah, it's funny shit, man. We talk about our lives, review movies, do retrospectives, interview filmmakers, hot actresses and shit. It's the bomb, yo!
The podcast is on iTunes, Stitcher, Dogcatcher, and everywhere else.
Even Walmart?
Yeah, douchebag. Walmart.
We also have an online forum with over 5,000 community members, all available at killerreviews.com.
Butch! How about the time you took a dump in a bathtub?
Yeah, maybe next time. Alright, that's a wrap for this commercial. Check us out, the Killer Reviews podcast.
Listen, bitch, I've had enough of your mouth.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen! Welcome to the Killer Reviews motherfucking podcast!
Mom, get in here! I'm gonna be fucking you!
Wow.
We are back!
Wowee!
I get bombarded with all these fans saying, "Hey, we need another show. When's the next show coming? I need a fix. Well, sit tight.
Our listeners are addicts.
Tuck those babies in tonight because we're back. And we brought something. We brought Greg Mo Bond.
What did we bring?
Greg Mo Bond.
Oh.
From the caverns and ancient pyramids in some other country, finding treasure. We found him, and we brought him back to you.
Yeah, I was just about to throw the ring into Mount Doom, and you guys fucking brought me back.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go through 9 hours of walking through Middle Earth again just to save mankind. Or little fucking hobbit people.
We'll send you a giant eagle.
Ooh, why didn't you do that at the very beginning and save me 12 hours worth of film?
The eagles are not to be overused.
Why did I have to walk?
I can see Greg Mo, like the snow lands on him. We must go through the mines of Moria. So, we also have Android Virus on the podcast.
Ooh.
Good old faithful.
And we got myself, the Butcher! Greg Mo!
Yes, sir!
So, dude, if you go to the Killer Reviews website, listeners, you know Greg Mo doesn't go away. He's always there. He's writing his reviews, doing the message boards. But for the podcast listeners, if you don't go to the website, you haven't heard Greg Mo's voice in quite some time.
And since my balls dropped, my voice has changed a little bit.
It hasn't really.
Oh, okay.
I heard that had something to do with a bareback on a bareback
horse.
horse.
I was riding on the beach.
Greg Mo.
Yes, sir.
So, my God, so much to talk about. When was the last time you were on the show, do you know? It was summertime, right? Easy, right?
I think it was, because I've pretty much been on the road ever since, taking my show to parts unknown.
Yeah, we happened to get lucky. Xander, you know, of course, my awesomeness of never planning the podcast properly and bailing all the time. I gave Xander about 5-minute notice to record, and he had plans. So we're gonna try to do another episode this week. The goal is to do shorter shows, so it's less time consuming to put it up.
Shorter shows? Give me 3 good reasons why we should do shorter shows.
Do you guys remember, and Aaron, you're probably been around long enough. Do you guys remember, like, people, that was a big deal with how the length of the podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what was that, like 3 years ago or whatever? Like, there was a big debate on how long it should be.
Right.
And people got really mad. You know?
You know what? There are certain other podcasts out there that can go for like 4 to 5 hours, and I'm like, whew. Let me put this on pause, and I'll come back later. And it can it's just one of those things you can go back to. But you know, if you're looking for like more bang for your buck, I think a shorter podcast would be it.
Yeah, I do like a good 2.5 hour show. If it's not, I mean, every week would be a little rough, but okay. Yes, Mr. Virus.
A lot of people don't realize the whole fucking smoke and mirrors behind it is what takes a long time.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to even get into that, but it's funny. Gronith was hanging out with me playing video games, which we'll talk about later. But he was saying to me, "Oh, well, just use Google Hangout, whatever, to broadcast." I'm like, "Well, dude, there's still a file at the end of it. Like, there's still an audio file that I need to take care of." He's like, "Oh, well, just use YouTube, like your YouTube live broadcast service." It's like, well, dude, but there's still a fucking audio file at the end of the broadcast. However I do it, like, there's still an audio file that needs some love. For instance, like when we're talking and Android Virus has all his racial slurs throughout the show, I have to edit all those out. You know?
Look, I can say it because I'm technically in the United States of America is still considered a minority. So I can get away with it. Now, whereas you two cannot.
Oh, I see. This is true.
No, that's not true. See, I can say nigger because I'm a ginger.
No! Stop! I'm trying to find like a big red alarm button.
Oprah Winfrey's gonna write me a letter.
I've got my kids convinced that there is that gingers have no souls. By the way,
we don't. And Bree's a redhead too. She's my soulless mate.
Oof!
Holy fuck, that was funny. Whoa!
I can't believe he said the G word.
All right, so oh shit, can you
hit record?
Boy, I'm worried the show's gonna blow up if we have him on the show. Tell him we'll call him in like 20 minutes when we do the movie talk.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get Gray on here. Whenever we get 4 people, my computer blows up. Actually, shit, maybe it'll be better. All right, Grandma Roberts.
Yes, sir. I'll take Greg Mo for 2,000, please.
So, in what country did you? So, okay, you've been traveling. Okay, has your job changed? Is that why you've explained this to me? Like, you have a different responsibility now, somewhat.
Because we've expanded down into the U.S., but I got a promotion when I was down my last vacation, so.
Ooh.
I'm a bigwig now. Yeah. There's VP in my title now, bitches.
Yeah, as if you weren't, as if like you didn't have enough like lunches and early days and vacations.
I needed more, and the company realized that, and they took care of it.
How does one suck his way to the top is my question.
Oh, it is hard. I couldn't tell you how many garden hoses I had to test out my theories with here at home before I put on the knee pads and went into the office and said, "Yo, boys!"
Greg Mo, you're in trouble.
Learn to relax that throat.
Hole.
That's right, man. You got to learn to relax that throat.
All right, so you've traveled. Have you attended 2 big film festivals that lasted like a month, right?
I did. That's true. We haven't spoken in a long time, but I did invest. I went to the Toronto International Film Festival and then the Toronto After Dark Film Festival. And the After Dark one specializes in more in horror and sci-fi.
In the macabre.
Saw really, really good ones. I thought this was their best year ever.
Hey, you notice on the homepage that I made a really nice spotlight for your TIFF reviews, but not for your other film festival?
You were busy on Twitch.
I've been looking at that section, and I'm like, God, that needs to get updated, and I've got to put his new reviews up there.
Yeah, I still have 2 more reviews to do from the festival, but I mean, that was 19 movies in 10 days, and some really good stuff. There really was only one kind of dud in the whole mix, and even at that, it really wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
But some good films.
I think
and then I went to Texas. I said goodbye to my honey, which was Greg Dumont, and I went to Texas.
So, what'd you think of it in the old Southwest?
I got to tell you, they are pretty dumb down in Texas. They are beyond the further south we went. Houston was definitely, the IQ just dropped when we got to Houston. I don't know what happened there, but they know Texas. They don't know anything outside of Texas. They know nothing outside of Texas.
Texas could be its own country now.
Yeah, well, they're the only ones that have in the Constitution, they've got a clause that they can cede from the Union. They're the only state that has that. But I can understand if people were believing us when we were saying that at McDonald's we can get the McBlubber sandwich up in Canada, right? I can understand if they might buy into that. But I mean, when we started saying that in Toronto, the 4th largest city in North America, that it's not uncommon, just like you guys have armadillos and we saw a lot of chipmunks down there, it's no different. We could be looking out into our backyard and there'll be just some seals walking by on their way to wherever. And they're all buying this shit up.
Can you repeat that story?
No. We have in Canada, we've got plastic money, right? So I was in one particular store buying something and she was trying to give me money back and pennies and I said, nah, we don't even have pennies anymore. Keep that. And I said, you guys and your stupid fucking funny money too. We got plastic money, colored money. And she was interested. I took one out. She goes, oh, wait, did you have one? I took one out and there's a maple leaf on the $50 bill and on the $20 bill up in the top left-hand corner. So she's looking at it. And I just happened to say to her, you know, if you scratch that, you can smell maple syrup. So she scratched it. And she goes, oh, my God. And she called the other person from back in the, it was a Hot Topic. And she called it, you got to come out here, smell this. It smells like maple syrup, doesn't it? Oh, my God. So we tried this out with 11 women overall. Now, granted, we weren't going to places where, Mensa was congregating. We were going to Bone Daddies and Twin Peaks and, different shopping emporiums. But 11 different women we tried this on. 7 of them smelled maple syrup. Oh. 2 of them smelled something and they didn't know what it was. It was probably my ass because my wallet was in my back pocket. And 2 of them couldn't smell anything. But I got to tell you, those that don't know the Canadian money, there's no scratch and sniff money.
Oh, Greg Mo Roberts.
We got robbed in San Diego. San Antonio. Sorry, that was kind of a pain in the ass. We're at the Marriott Hotel. We're staying at the Marriott for fuck's sakes. At SeaWorld. We got robbed. Our truck got broken into, and they took all our golf clubs and all my notes and all that kind of stuff. But 2 of the guys who met me I flew down to Texas because I'm a VIP. And the other 2 guys drove.
How's that first class, huh?
That ain't so bad, man. You're not by the toilet that smells anymore.
Do they give you a towel for your face?
They do, actually. They do give you a towel for your face.
I already know.
And the lobster bisque, quel magnifique. But we go to this store, and we were talking about how these 2 guys who met me and were with me in the store, they drove down from Toronto to meet me in Dallas, and how our truck got broken into that night And unfortunately, they took a lot of stuff. And it was an art store. It was called Z Gallery. And Z Gallery has lots of franchises down but more particularly down in the south of the U.S. And I bought one particular large piece for an office that I was building. And they said, we got another piece that'll go well with that. It's a map of the world, but it's the same colors. And they brought it out, and it was about $600. So I don't know if maybe. And I just said, again, just for fun, I said, I'll tell you what, if one of you guys can point to Toronto on this map, I'll probably buy it, right? Now, it had the names of the cities on the map, right? So you saw Chicago, New York, LA, everything else, right? The first three people and this is Z Gallery. So again, anybody that doesn't know the store, they're all wearing high-end suits and Armani's and, you know what I mean? It's a high-class art store for rich people. And the first two people pointed in Europe. They weren't even in North America. And I had to say, okay, I gotta, let me, before the third person got up, I said, all right, listen, I'll reiterate what I said before. These two guys drove here. You see that big piece of water between these two things of land?
Let me share this quick story with you that relates to dumb people. This morning, okay, when I dropped my son off at school, all of the kindergartners, the majority of them, meet in a certain area outside of the school every morning, and they bring all the kids into the school. I drive past the school this morning, like I've been doing every day for 3 months, and nobody is outside when usually there's like 100 people outside. So I'm like, okay, and we weren't late, like it was the same fucking time as always. So I park the car, go inside the school, and I say, to some fucking sloth behind the desk, and I'm like, hey, is there a reason why no one's outside where the kindergartens usually get dropped off? She goes, our staff doesn't go out there until 8:10. I'm like, yeah, I know that, but there's nobody out there. Well, yeah, that's because it's not 8:10 yet and our staff isn't out there. And I'm like, oh my God. Another woman comes up, which is the principal of the school. I've had a few encounters with her, not too good. She walks over to me, sir, let me explain. At 8:10 is when the teachers get out there. And I say, I know. I'm starting to get, irritated. I say, I understand that your staff goes out there at 8:10. I know that. But there's nobody there. Like, it's empty. Sir, our staff doesn't go out there. And I put my hands on my face, and I'm like, oh my God. And I can see her getting irritated. So I have to explain to her, like, literally, there's no kids, there's no adults, there's no parents, there's no humans outside where they normally get dropped off. And she's like, after like 5 minutes, it's like, I get what you're saying, how people, like, they're so fucking stupid sometimes. Like, what don't you understand? There's nobody there. Yeah, okay, so...
take that scenario down to Texas and multiply it.
Aaron, why is Texas so stupid?
Actually, Dallas wasn't as bad.
I think it's Houston because I've had good experiences in Dallas and Austin. I've had great experiences there. Got laid very easily. Maybe stupid girls are easier.
Yeah, of course it's when they're all at parking fucking meters waiting for the gumball to drop out. For fuck's sakes, they're easy to pick up.
Not as I heard Toronto's got some cream of the crop too.
Well, we do got some women up here, boy. Woo-wee, woo-wee. Just make sure you bring your knife to cut through that parka.
Can I just say something? The past 10 minutes, I've been trying to figure out Google Plus because I'm trying to for our listeners, I was trying to get like a Google Hangout so we could all hang out, like do a live show and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's the most fucking complicated shit. Like, the new trend nowadays is to have just like a white screen.
Mm-hmm.
with like shit everywhere all over it. And like I had a YouTube account, and then Google Plus is like, hey, we want you to like link the accounts. And it asks me every time I access YouTube to link the account. I finally do that. I can't figure out how to do anything on this Google Plus.
Well, I hope Google Plus isn't going to be running the new robot hand jobs in the future.
Oh.
I hope not.
I don't know.
That reminds me of that movie, shit, what's that, the comedy with all the big actors in it that came out last year?
Movie.
Bunch of short films. 43?
Something like that. I know what you're talking about.
Well, there's a skit where they have like, they have like an iPod, iTouch, they have like a lady, and she's an MP3 player, she's like a naked lady, and I think how it works is you have to plug your headphones. No, somehow, have neither one of you seen the movie? Have you guys seen the movie?
I watched the first segment and I turned it off.
Yeah, I've watched it.
Well, Greg Mo, what happens? Like it's a naked lady that plays music, right? And the kids keep sticking their fingers in her vagina.
Yeah.
And then their fingers are getting mangled.
Yes.
Is that what it is? Is she an MP3 player?
Yes. A
It's
naked
called-
MP3 player.
The iBabe.
Yeah.
The iBabe, and she plays music, but they have to recall the iBabe because kids keep getting their fingers jammed in her vagina.
Why do you make me remember that movie?
Oh my god, dude, I pissed myself laughing so hard at that movie.
So did like all those actors in that movie owe an exec like a huge favor or what?
I thought it was fucking funny.
Hugh Jackman with the balls on his face. Come on.
Yeah, the balls.
That was hilarious.
Come on.
That's funny.
He was deformed like the Elephant Man. Have
That was
some
funny.
sympathy, man. You can't just laugh at people like that.
All right, here, let's fucking do some show. So,
Let's get into it.
Grandma Roberts is back.
Really? Where's? Oh yeah.
God, Xander is going to have a heart broken when we tell him he's off the podcast now.
Hey,
He's been
he
traded.
says he's in the hospital. Did he not tell you he was in the hospital?
He did.
He's getting his penis lifted up with. A doctor won't even touch it with his plastic gloves. He's doing it with a popsicle stick. He's lifting it up and looking underneath and see what he could find. And I don't even know if a shot of penicillin will clear that up.
Yeah.
I thought I had problems with my bum. That ain't so bad.
Would you mind breaking the news to him, Aaron?
Who?
Just tell Xander that there's no room for him anymore on the podcast.
Yeah, you want me to just text him? Or?
Yeah, just text him.
Okay, I'm going to text him.
Yeah, just
No, sext him.
I'm going to sext him.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm going to sext him right now.
Yeah. Okay, so when Xander, if he's lucky enough to be back on the podcast at some point,
I best send him my garden hose.
I'm only joshing. I'm only joshing you guys.
I'm going to just tell him, Greg Mo is back. You're out.
Yeah! That's fucking great. Okay, so that's it. And then just don't answer any of it. I won't answer him at all either anymore.
Poor dude.
We'll keep the joke going for like 6 months. How about that?
No. He'd be done by that time.
Okay, so we're gonna do a show very soon where we talk about my film festival, which turned into like a film hangout with Patrick and Xander and Minnie Butch actually hung out for a while. It was phenomenal. Those guys are great.
I heard you guys just slept through it, so I think it'll be a short podcast when you get around to it.
I definitely did. Patrick showed up with two skulls, and I actually have some footage of this I'll put on YouTube. Fuck, we'll talk about it when Xander's on the show.
Wait, he's not coming back. He's been replaced.
Yes, he has.
Well, I will do a separate recording with him and then put it on this show so we don't have to have him on the show.
So he's going to be like an add-on special feature?
Is that the show you're going to give him those walking papers?
Yeah, I'll put it on after we do our normal podcast. At the end, after the music, I'll put his little thing on.
Oh, it's 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, no more than 2 minutes.
Okay.
What was I gonna say?
I want to make up Lost posters
Oh,
and just have his face on it.
Aaron, do you want to put your Doyle interview on this? We should, right?
That would be awesome. Yeah.
So why don't you let me do my 2 little plugs here.
Do your plugs.
Yeah. Okay. The first one is I've been using what's called Twitch TV. Okay. And people keep asking what this is. So, Killer Reviews podcast listeners, if I may speak, boy, I'm rusty, huh?
Ugh.
Oh,
The old rusty trombone.
oh.
Hey, that's not what he meant.
Okay, so there's this thing called Twitch TV. It's a website, and it's a medium for gamers to stream online and play games while people watch the game. It's optional if the gamer wants to like have a webcam, and people can chat. So what I've been doing is I've been playing games online at twitch.tv, and I've been having people hang out with me, and you can go there. There's actually some videos I've been putting up on YouTube, and that are on Twitch already of some of they're called streams. So it's usually like a 3 hour or 2 to 4 hour or whatever gaming session where you sit down, where I sit down and I play video games, and you guys can hang out in the chat room. It's almost like it's like a Killer Reviews hangout, basically. I mean, at one point we had 10 of the listeners in there, all hanging out, chatting back and forth, and I interact with everybody. And sometimes, actually, Android Virus played Wheel of Fortune with me.
Yes, I did. It was great.
Phenomenal. It was the most fun you've had in years, right?
It took me back to being 9 years old.
I get to watch you play games. I get to see you at the same time.
Yeah.
Fuck, they should do that for like Pornhub,
That would be awesome.
so that you can log in and watch me while I watch porn. That would be phenomenal.
That's not exactly what I thought.
That's our $1 million idea, boys, right there. Let's get on Shark Tank and let's get this bitch going.
Shark Tank. Oh, that's a good show.
Anyway, you had a couple of plugs.
Well, it's Twitch TV /WE. This is how fucking annoying the internet is. I had Twitch TV /Killer Reviews, okay? But my account was linked to what's called Justin TV, which started way before Twitch. At some point, they were both the same thing. Now they're separate. So, Killer Reviews was the extension of Justin TV. So I couldn't get it for Twitch.tv. So I want just Killer Reviews everywhere. So it's Twitch.tv /Killer Reviews, YouTube /Killer Reviews, Facebook /Killer Reviews. But they're not all like that. So now I can't get Twitch.tv /Killer Reviews. So my handle on there is Twitch.tv /WEGGA77. Which is actually in my business, Wega Productions. So
Wait, can I interrupt you for a
yeah,
minute?
absolutely.
Yeah, I guess so. Greg Mo's back. You're out. Then I'm gonna do my best to imitate Dave Bailey. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you get a 3 hours before notice time.
Oh no, he's mad.
I can easily move my schedule around for any day of the most time. That's just too short of a notice for me. Sucks dick that I can't record with you guys.
Oh, come on. He's really upset. Oh, fucker. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Greg, nice joke.
What? You better
Greg,
make this up to him. Some way, somehow.
Shit.
I just sent him a message on Facebook saying, "You're out, ha ha ha."
Oh my goodness. Should I text him on Facebook and tell him not to feel bad? I'm sorry.
Yeah, tell him you're just kidding. I think I can really.
Mother.
It's probably bothering him. You probably ruined his fucking dinner. You know that.
Oh my god.
I bet you he's beating his wife right now to try to get some kind of fun back into his life.
Oh, Xander, I love you, buddy.
Can we call Gray? I told him 20 minutes.
There's Kate Rasheen. Well, that chick's got some hair, huh? Yikes. No, fucking Gray. Let me just, not yet. Can you
Okay.
text him or something? Shit, I need to do damage control for Xander. There he is.
Hey, there he is.
Okay, I'm gonna put Aaron is just fucking with you.
I'm listening to Waterloo by ABBA, and it's on a constant loop, and it's just putting me in a great mood.
What's with the ABBA stuff today? Oh, Dave's typing me back. Xander's typing me.
Waterloo!
Oh my god, I feel bad. Oh, dude, Xander Kane. Shit. Okay, hang on. Twitch TV. Xander Kane and I went to Fun Spot for the day.
Ooh.
That was really fucking fun.
Did he hit your fun spot?
He did.
Is there a G-spot in your butthole, from what I've heard?
Oh my god.
Show
He
us on
says-
your Chucky doll where your fun
Dave-
spot is.
Dave says, he goes, I know, man, ... Don't add the ...
Oh,
Attitude.
that's the uncomfortable sigh.
You didn't know. You were crying in the hospital, you bitch. Oh, by the way, now I'm joking again. Breaking Bad, holy fuck, that was amazing.
Was it not?
So you
told
finally
me-
got to the end, buddy?
I watched it all in dude, I wasn't changing diapers, I wasn't fucking cleaning, I wasn't showering until I finished. I watched 3 seasons in less than a week.
God, how dirty was your diaper?
Let me just ask you, was it just not awesome when he fucking blew up Gus Fring?
Dude, it was like, I was literally going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, for like an hour. And when he walks out, and like you think he's still alive, you're like, no fucking way. And then like you see like the other half, and you're like, okay, that was amazing.
That's my city, that's my city, man.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so here's a fucking quick story. By the way, this podcast isn't really, it's about catching up with each other, not really about content. So literally, okay, I'm hanging out at Brain Chomper's place. And this is like a month ago. We're hanging out, having drinks. He has a few friends over. A buddy of
He has
mine,
friends, that's funny.
a buddy of mine brings up Breaking Bad. And I say to my friend, he's going fucking crazy, telling me how awesome the last season was or whatever. And I'm like, dude, don't fucking say anything, okay? Don't spoil anything. He goes, okay, well, where are you at? I'm like, I'm at the end of season 3. He goes, oh, well, that's where Gus dies. And I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, it is.
That's season 4.
I'm like, no, it's not, dude, but you just told me Gus died, like the second after I told him no spoilers. It was like a minute. He tells me the biggest fucking spoiler there was for that season. Okay.
Do you know who Luke Skywalker's father is?
No. Anakin?
Well, I ain't blowing that for you, Darth Vader.
What about, how far are you on Sons of Anarchy, Greg?
alert.
Sons of Anarchy. I'm in the present season, episode 3, because I've been away.
Okay, I won't spoil nothing. I'll shut the fuck up.
Alert.
What?
Xander.
And is anybody watching American Horror Story this season?
Nope.
Do yourself a favor and punch yourself in the nuts and then go watch it.
I've been watching it. Yeah, I've missed the last 2 episodes because I've been away.
So, wait. I'm thinking 2 episodes.
So is that where Jeremy hanged himself in the attic?
Precious got raped by the bull already, right?
No.
So you're doing what the other dude just did to me in Breaking Bad?
I'm just fucking with him.
Oh.
Get out of my asshole!
Alright, okay, more business. Alright, so twitch.tv/Wega77. If you guys need a fix, dude, I'm telling you, like, I hang out there for like 3 hours at a time. There's lots of killer reviews chat, an inside look at the podcast creator. You can ask me questions.
You get to watch Butcher play Oregon Trail and name all of his characters, people from
That was
the
fun,
podcast.
right?
Yeah, he fucking let us all die.
And you can say, so Butcher, when you record, what kind of microphone do you use? Or you could say, when you record, what soundbite do you encode your audio at?
3 hours gaming? Those shelves aren't going to build themselves, and I don't know when those guys are going to come back.
Yeah, freaking Patrick says to me, he's like, dude, you need a girlfriend. And I'm like, no, I don't. Alright.
I got virtual titties right here.
It's a really good time though. So check it out. And also, last bit of my news is, fuck, I've been waiting to break this information out for like a month now.
Break it.
Break it out, buddy. Break it out.
What, you're gay? You're fat? I actually lost some weight, by the way.
Good
You
for
got a
you.
haircut?
5 pounds from your belly to the toilet?
My thighs found it. Alright, so here's the big news. So I have decided to make a big life decision. And
Before you go further, I just want to let you know we still love you.
Yeah.
Jesus loves you.
Well,
And nothing
yeah.
in the Bible does it say anywhere about being gay. So you're good.
okay. Does anybody else still love me? That's it, right?
No, go ahead, fag. Oh, sorry. No, I can't use that, right?
No, that's another one of those words that you shouldn't throw out all the time.
Imagine if you were a nigger fag. We'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh my god.
You have some explaining to your parents.
We'd have nobody listening to the podcast.
That's right.
Alright, so I am gay. I realized that's what went wrong with my marriage. I just, I love filling my mouth with cum.
Oh.
So, that's a problem.
Now, are you talking one load, or are you talking Sasha Grey 16 loads?
Like Sasha Grey 16 loads.
Well,
Oh,
let
wow.
me get in the car and set the
Yeah.
GPS for New Hampshire.
Like, for a while, I could, like, put the craving off by eating Twinkies and stuff. And, like, or sucking the cream out of Twinkies. But it just doesn't do it for me anymore. So, I need, I just need dick all the time.
Dick,
Like,
dick, dick,
Yeah,
dick, dick.
breakfast, brunch. It's like,
Black,
so the real news is I've decided to. A couple years ago, I was talking about doing a brick and mortar store, and that is an actual retail store that you go to, like you drive to, you walk in, and you shop. And that went from the back burner from a couple years ago to the very front burner because I need to change. I guess I've been doing my website design work for about 7 years. Well, actually, I've been doing the trade for longer than that, a lot longer than that. But I work from home every day. I got Bryn, and I got another little girl I babysit every day, and my daughter's gonna go in daycare. And I'm gonna get out of the house and run a store. Dun, dun, dun,
Oh, da-da!
Duh.
drum roll. So yeah, so I'm gonna make a YouTube video soon that talks a little bit more about this, and it's gonna show off. I actually bought some retail shelving. I was driving past a Blockbuster a couple weeks ago. I guess more like a month ago. And just for shoots and giggles, I drove there and I stopped by and I'm like, hey, how much for these racks? And I got a crazy awesome deal on them. So I bought a bunch of shelving. It's quite a bit of shelving actually. and I just basically took everything I owned out of storage, some of the stuff I had already, and made a big pile in the room. There's like, you know, over 1,000 movies and a couple hundred CDs and books and board games and stuff. So, yeah. So I'm working on that. There'll be lots more news. I'll probably plan on, I gotta figure out, like, I'm gonna be moving in the spring to a better school district. I gotta figure out where that is, where X-Killer Princess is gonna be.
I know where it's not. Texas.
Hey, real quick, before I forget this ever, earlier, Aaron was showing me some pictures of a creature, the video of that insect that lives next to you.
Oh, that lives next to me, right next door? Yeah.
The thing on your porch, on that guy's porch.
Yeah, Child of the Earth.
Yeah, is it possible, you might think I'm joking, but I'm totally not. Can you send some of those to me, like in a jar or something like that?
Absolutely. When they come out during the summer, for sure, I'll send some to you. I mean, yeah, they come out at night. They're pretty nocturnal, but yeah, I will. If I find one, I will send one to you.
Because I would love to get like a little aquarium. If listeners want to look up on YouTube, it's Children of what?
Child of the Earth. Child
of the Earth. It's an insect that has like a face. It's really weird. But I'd like to like put it like in a little tank with like some sand.
Do you think maybe he'll survive the trip?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
that might involve a jar of dirt because they're burrowers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how that would work, but
because that's why their heads are so big and heavy. They burrow down into the ground. But yeah, I will do my best.
Yeah, well, I'd love to get a couple of those in the tank up here.
And if you could, maybe in exchange, round up some New Hampshire cockroaches, you know, and then I'll release them out here, and maybe they'll breed with our local cockroaches, and we could have a new cockroach race.
Okay, that sounds like a deal.
And I'm looking for a couple of Filipino women. If any wash up on the shore, can you please send them over?
I got you covered.
Yeah.
All right, so I have some company coming over pretty soon, actually, so I'm going to put the mic down for about 2 minutes. In about 2 minutes. Okay, so let me just finish that up. So our listeners can actually help me out a lot because people ask me, I mean, on a regular basis, how can I help out, whatever. I love your site. How can I contribute? And some people have already started to ask me, like, how they can send me stuff for the store. Because how this works is I'm trying not to take out a loan to buy a bunch of shit. So I will be, you know, I'm already like trying to get extra jobs to pay for some product. But the idea is that I'm going to flea market in this, well, I mean, even now I'm starting to like do garage sales and Goodwill stores and stuff. But I'm going to flea market shop in the spring for about maybe like 4 or 5 good months every weekend and get like used toys, video games, DVDs, Legos, music CDs, even records, just like cool stuff like that. And
cartridges.
Well, yeah, I mean, like video game cartridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So,
what about? Are you just selling collectibles? Are you gonna sell like? What if somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I got this like 19th century crucifix I want to get rid of"?
Not right away. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's like there's really no, like in years it could be like everything. I mean, I don't want to be a pawn shop and deal like in fucking iPads and watches in gold and shit like that. It doesn't have my interest at all. But like the idea of like I thought about like having like selling Ouija boards there, like custom built Ouija boards, because like you can't find anything original other than like the Parker Brothers board that's everywhere. But like I mean I think it'd be cool to like go in the store and it seems like kind of a weird object, what do you call it? Like random to carry, just mention a Ouija board, but it comes from like I want to have a book section, and some of that will be like on spirituality and stuff. So the idea of like a Ouija board being in the store is not completely crazy, But for right away, to start, it would be more collectibles.
Sounds good.
So, I just see at some point, like, I don't want to put boundaries on it, because there's a lot of cool shit I'd love to... I mean, the store is going to be just a mixture of just cool shit anyway, you know? But...
Can I send you my empty beer bottles?
Hey, Greg-Mo, I was talking to somebody about... It was Granith about staying at your place last summer, or the summer before that.
Yeah.
It was me.
What kind of beer? Was it you? What
Yeah.
kind of beer was I drinking there?
We were drinking Molson Canadian.
Molson Canadian. So, well, I guess that was you, Aaron. Molson Canadian. I saw somebody asked me that. So, our listeners can help out. This would be really cool. Because I figure some of you guys have already asked me if you could donate stuff. So how it works is, if you have any of those things I mentioned around your house, old toys, books, CDs, whatever, old video games that you don't play anymore, any of that stuff would do me a lot of good. And it would go towards the store, and you'd be able to, smile and say, I did a good thing that day by donating that stuff for the store. Right?
No use dildos, people.
No use dildos. So if you are interested in sending me some stuff, you can contact me at G Dumont. I'll do my main email so I get it, because the Killer Reviews inbox is an endless pit of emails and emails and emails. So it's gdumont at wegerproductions.com, or if you'll find me on the forums, whatever, on Twitter, and I'll give you my address. It's gdumont at Wegger Productions, WEGGA Productions.com. And if you donate stuff for the store, I'm going to do a YouTube video on every package I get and do an unboxing. So,
do it, Aaron. I want to see your package.
I'll be sending you some toys more than likely.
Awesome.
I just got to dig them out,
Yeah. I think it'd be fun for the community to see this grow and to see me do, running a store, and I'll still be doing the podcast and stuff. And, so yeah. So, I'm going to do a YouTube video specifically on that and show you guys the racks I picked up and all the stuff I'm working on.
Yeah, the racks, eh?
Yeah,
all right.
Shush your rack.
Fun time. All right. Okay. So, how do we get
Gray? I will, let's see if I could conference him in.
Ooh.
I could probably do it from my end. So
I think him and Xander are recording their own podcast at the moment.
let me see if I can call him with all of us. Hold on.
He's gonna fuck this up and ruin
Okay,
a whole
if you are on a call, okay, I can't do it. So,
okay, I need to add him as a contact.
Okay, so
I'm scared.
You're scared?
Search Skype directory. What do I put?
Hours?
By the way, you can't have a name The Dark Hours. Just pick like Gray. There he is.
Okay.
Add to contacts.
Do you hear my kids?
He won't stop texting me. Doesn't he know he's off the fucking show? Get out of my life.
Do you guys hear my kids screaming in the background?
Okay, add to Skype.
No.
Okay, hold on. Shut the hell up!
Yeah.
Okay, Gray is online. Add to group call. Add phone number.
Can you hear me fapping in the background?
I can.
Jeez, it feels so good to be back.
Yes, add to... Oh, he has to accept me. Okay. There he is, Gray.
As your Lord and Savior. Accept Butcher into your heart.
Oh my god. Add phone number. I don't want to add his phone number. He's on Skype. I fucking hate computers. Ah.
What you do is you go to Google Plus.
And just click, click all the white fucking shit.
That's racist.
Alright, Gray.
Yo.
Oh my god, we got 4 people. It's gonna blow up.
Oh
Holy
no.
shit.
It's a great regular daisy train.
Okay, can we just say officially, Xander Kane's not here and we have 0 Skype issues tonight. We have 4 people on.
Wow.
There's a sign.
What
What is a daisy train, by the way?
It's like a human centipede.
With daisies.
Except we all call each other Daisy.
That sounds
Xander,
gay.
who am I talking to? Aaron, are you sending me links again?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
your
so I my friend just walked in. You guys talk about some movies and TV shit. Xander, he just texted me. He goes, okay, I can't tell if you guys are joking or not.
What?
I've been crying in the bathroom for 20 minutes. I need to know what's up. Please tell me ASAP. Call me if you can. I'm joking. He said, don't talk too much about my visit, so we can talk about it next time, when I'm on. We can talk about it in depth.
So Gray, just to kind of fill you in.
I'll be back. Have fun.
Okay, Xander couldn't meet up with us tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have Gregmo on the line.
Hi.
Yeah.
And so I texted Xander. I said, Gregmo's in, you're out. Just a cold ass text, and he seemed to have gotten a little upset by that.
Really?
Right now in a bell tower with a gun, I would say that's a little upset.
Yeah. We can't have like 5 or the of the show would like explode, huh?
It would ooze with freaking just geek goo.
Wow. That sounds kind of disgusting.
Yeah, it kind of does.
How have you been, man?
I've been good. I've been very good. I've been catching up on my 2013 horror releases. Have we already talked about what we've been watching, or is that coming up?
I don't know. We're just kind of freeballing it tonight.
But we are recording, right?
We're
Yes,
recording.
we are.
So
Wow.
you can talk about whatever you want.
Okay, well, let's start it this way. Have you guys seen a movie by Chan Wook Park called Stoker this year?
No.
Yes.
What'd you think of it, Greg?
I was a little disappointed in the sense it was there was a lot of talk about the movie before it came out, both because of the director and the critics fairly liked it. It got a theatrical release and didn't seem to do much in the theaters, and it just didn't connect with me the way it's definitely slow. It just didn't connect with me. Are you the same, or are you in love with the film?
It's one of my top 5 movies of the year. I think
that's
it was
what I was going to say.
Absolutely amazing. Visually, it's a masterpiece.
Visually, it's very well done.
And it has a lot of atmosphere. So, I mean, I can't remember the time that I was aware of the atmosphere in the movie for a while. I mean, I just recently had watched John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness, which is one of the classics that builds atmosphere and suspense throughout the movie, and I feel like this, to a lesser degree, did that. You just didn't know the basic rundown of the plot for everybody who's not in or not in the know is that it stars Nicole Kidman, who is a widowed woman who has just lost her husband. Her daughter, played by Mia Wasikowska, who you might know as Alice from Alice in Wonderland, is she's introduced to her long lost brother, or her uncle, and he has mysterious intentions, and things go very weird in the movie, and it's very weird. It's a pretty interesting movie, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah, it is pretty slow. It's not a gore fest, but
no, and there's nothing wrong with that. Most stores probably would benefit if they were. I recently saw at the Toronto After Dark Film Festival a film called We Are What We Are, and it was a very, very slow burn. But
really?
That one I seem to be able to connect with more than what I did with Stoker.
Yeah, We Are What We Are. That's by the makers of Mulberry Street and
Jim Mickle. Yeah.
Mickle, yeah.
Oh, okay. I love and both of those movies are fucking awesome.
Yeah, I haven't seen the original. Have either of you seen the original We Are What We Are?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, I've seen it. I decided I didn't want to watch it because I really wanted to watch the one by Jim Mickle. When is that coming
I
out?
understand. I spoke to Jim Mickle after the screening, and he says they're really very different.
So we
Very
are.
different.
We are. Why don't you give a rundown of it real quick?
Well, we are what we are is basically a family, a father and well, there's two daughters and a small little ginger kid, but he has no soul, so he's not really part of the whole plot.
Gingers don't have souls. That's a fact.
Jesus. And they're cannibals. So what would happen is the father would get somebody, bring them home, tie them up in the basement, and the eldest daughter has to prepare them for dinner in the stew. But after a bad rainstorm in the town, some bones get washed up, and puts a particular doctor and a kind of the town sheriff on the trail. So a very, very slow burn, very little gore until really the end, and like I said, very, very well done. Jim Mickle said to us afterwards that the director of the original Spanish film is thinking about doing a sequel to the English language one that Jim Mickle did, which is interesting. Yeah.
If it's a Jim, I mean, I knew it was. I saw some ads in the latest Horror Hound and I think Rue Morgue magazines for We Are What We Are, and I knew that the Mulberry Street guys and Stakeland, and I love both of those movies, so I'd be really interested in seeing it.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, I'll watch. Those are some guys I might watch anything from, I think.
Let me ask you guys this. I went through a whole. I did the whole 31 days of Halloween movie challenge, and I put all my lists up on my Instagram and Facebook. And I really enjoyed, and thanks to Xander, was Kiss of the Damned. What did you guys think of that? Did you guys see it?
I've not even heard of it.
I have not seen it.
Is that the one about? Oh, wait a minute, is that the one about vampires?
Yeah, it's vampires.
Okay.
It's kind of like a throwback to the old school Hammer, kind of 1970s like sexy, vampire movies, but with just some pretty weird twists in it. And it's a normal vampire movie. They don't have like special powers or anything, but it's just a weird story. And I don't know. I enjoyed it. You guys may or may not like it, but I thought it was really cool.
I haven't seen a good vampire movie in a very, very long time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think other than Let Me In.
Yeah. Let the right one in, not Let Me In. Oh, fuck that movie.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
Wait.
Fuck
are you
that
talking,
movie.
You didn't
take the DVD box and just start fucking it.
You didn't like the American one, or you didn't like the other one?
It's the American movie is superfluous. It's the most self-indulgent American production. I mean, the only reason it exists is because people can't seem to like subtitles. It brings almost nothing new to the table. It's almost a shot-for-shot remake, but not in a artistic experiment type of way that failed. That Gus Van Sant did with Psycho. This is literally the same movie. That's my opinion of it. I just really did not like it at all.
Well, how do you really feel?
You just
starting to sound like Jason Shaner.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Holy shit. Yeah. There's this guy online who did not like Breaking Bad, and this guy was just slamming that show.
If any of you guys are on Facebook, ask Jason Shaner to be friends. He hates every movie.
Does he? No, I don't know him beyond that Breaking Bad thing, I guess, or at least his opinions. What else didn't he like?
Everything.
Yeah.
He hates he thinks everything is pretentious and self-indulgent.
I mean, I gotta say, I just thought it was a total waste of celluloid, the remake. I mean, what new did it bring to the table, I guess, is what my question is.
I actually didn't care for it either.
Yeah. I don't mind, a classy remake, and I mean, if the original didn't exist, I would like Let Me In, but it does. So.
Did
Do that.
anybody like Maniac?
Yes.
We talked about Maniac for like the past 3 months.
You
Yeah,
didn't tell me you ever watched it though.
I didn't. I saw some of it, but I was sleeping a lot during the film festival.
That seems to be what you do.
I actually want to know about VHS 2. Should I be watching this?
Yeah.
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 Really?
Yeah.
2 years.
It depends on who you ask, but some people think it's better than the original. They're wrong, but some people do.
What about you, Gmo?
Actually, because I've been away, I have not caught the second one. I didn't like the first one though.
That
The
first one is a
VHS,
masterpiece. It's
Oh,
great.
A
I
masterpiece,
love it.
huh?
I love that movie. Talk about hardcore action horror movies that just give. I mean, it's really uncomfortable to watch due to some of the, I think, the undertones, the negativity towards women. I'm forgetting the term for it, but it's a pretty good movie, I think.
But let me ask you this: how do you get past the 20 minutes of handheld joking around to get to like the good part? It's always like Joe can't figure out how to work the camera, and Joe is like shooting all over the place, and it's like ha ha. They make jokes and fart, and like have no content for like 20 minutes.
Have you seen it? Have you seen VHS 1 or 2?
I've seen VHS.
I didn't think it was that heavy on that content this time.
There was it's still there though. Like it's not as heavy as like Grave Encounters 2 was,
Yeah.
but I just it bugs like it's I don't know. I mean there's still that stuff there. There's still
Yeah, you would hate a movie I caught on Netflix called Abduction. This is going off something a little different. This is a found footage movie where this woman, she's pregnant and suddenly her baby just isn't there one day, and the movie begins with them in a hospital talking to the doctors, and they're trying to figure out what happened to this baby. Like, everybody thinks the parents did it, and really funny movie, very well written, but very found
Sounds
footage.
hilarious.
It really is. Like, the main guy's an asshole, but I would suggest people see it. It is pretty funny, but the ending's a little bit anticlimactic.
Hey, Grandma, what were some of the better films that came out of your recent splurge of
Well,
viewing?
we've already talked while you were away. We talked about We Are What We Are. There was another film called Ega, which was a film out of India, and it was about a guy who falls in love with a girl, but he gets murdered by this other jealous guy. But he comes back as a housefly, and he decides as a housefly he's going to try to kill the guy who killed him. And it's just amazing. You would think like a housefly. What kind of housefly?
That sounds really cool.
It was it was a real crowd pleaser. Like, he wouldn't let him sleep because he kept buzzing around his ears when he was driving. He kept, getting in front of his face, so he was swerving on the road, and then he would get into another car and have that guy swerve to hit his car, and he was just doing things that drove this guy crazy. Guy couldn't sleep, so he's, sleep deprivation and everything that's going on. It was really fucking cool.
I want to see that.
Ega. That was one of the better ones. Another one called Septic Man, which is, it was kind of like a mix of, it was like a Toxic Avenger film. It was done by the guy who wrote, Monster Brawl, but the guy who directed Pontypool. And, it's about a guy who, there was, some problems in the sewage of a small town, and he goes down into the sewers, and, he, kind of gets trapped down there. I won't give too much away there, but he's pretty much like the guy at the end of Shawshank Redemption. He's just in shit for 90 minutes. And he's just covered in shit and puke, and there's body parts that he finds down there, and it's just him in this sewer for 90 minutes. It was incredibly gross and fun.
Sounds like a fun time. Did you catch that short movie, The Guest, by Jovanka Vukovic?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay, I was just wondering. I know it's coming out to a bunch of festivals. I don't know if that was.
No, that wasn't one. We got Odd Thomas, which is done by it's from a Dean Koontz short story, and it was directed by Stephen Sommers, who did The Mummy.
How weird was that movie?
The Odd Thomas?
Yeah,
it was very weird. I liked it, but I can understand why some people might be polarized with it. I really thought it was something different that I hadn't seen before.
Now, who played Odd Thomas? It's a pretty up and coming guy, right?
Star Trek's Anton Yelchin. Well, I guess I should say Fright Night. People are people know him better from there. Yeah. And he plays a good part. It was a very interesting movie. So that was one of the better ones. One of the worst ones was Last Days on Mars, which was, in that you've got Liv Schreiber and Olivia Williams and Elias Koteas, and it was just a bad film.
Really?
It was a bad film about your typical horror film, right? Where they find something in the soil that infects you and turns you into like a zombie type thing. It just brought nothing new to the table at all.
Huh.
At all.
How was the female lead in Odd Thomas?
She was pretty good. She obviously had a big part. Her name's Ashley Sommers. I wonder if actually.
Yeah, I was just wondering that. Is she related to the director?
Yeah, I never made the connection.
I hope this movie's good because I don't like Sommers.
Yeah, I know. Who does? Who does after Van Helsing?
Not even after Van Helsing, but after G.I. Joe and the fucking Mummy.
But what I like about Odd Thomas is that it's not a big budget film per se, and yet he does know special effects because he's worked with them in those kind of films. And because there is a lot of special effects, because this is about a supernatural. It's kind of a mix of like John Dies at the End and Supernatural. If you were to mix the two of them together. But he was able to do a lot with very little.
Willem Dafoe's in there?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe plays a cop. He plays a cop in the...
Is it a big part or no?
Not necessarily, no. No, but a pivotal part, an important part.
Okay.
But not necessarily a big part. And I got to see Bobcat Goldthwait. Got to spend some time with him as he was there with a movie called Willow Creek, which is a found footage film about Bigfoot. It was fucking good, man. I'm pretty much done with found footage films for the most part. But I mean, this one was good.
See, that's what I thought when I watched this movie, Abduction. I actually turned it off after 5 minutes because I didn't know it was a found footage movie, and then I was like, well, you got to give it a chance. So I did give it a chance, and the thing is, those movies work. It's just you got to get over the gimmick, and it depends on the director and the writing how good the movie is. Like, you either get past the gimmick or you don't.
So if we all decided that found footage films are a new genre in the horror genre?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're not going away. They're cheap, easy to do, and 1 out of every 20 works. So they're going to continue to dish them out.
And you guys know that I crowned I dubbed a new phrase in the horror genre, and you heard it here first on Killer Reviews website, and that is the remake.
Really?
That's the new genre.
What are you talking about?
Did you coin that in like 1985 or?
I did.
Okay.
And I predicted the future, and I said it's called the remake. I just want to let everybody know that on KR Movie Night the other night that we did Piranha 3 Double D. Yeah. And I fucking loved it. I don't know if anybody else watched it.
I've owned the Blu-ray for like a year and a half. Haven't put it in.
I thought it was hilarious, and I thought it was witty, and whatever.
Yeah, you're kind of a David Hasselhoff fan, so like you're biased a little bit.
No, it wasn't even like biased. It was just fucking hilarious. Come on, the guy fucking the hole in the pool and then getting a piranha stuck up his butt.
It happens.
Hey,
sounds like John Goodwicker to me.
Greg, you talk about what you've seen recently. I mean, I know you just mentioned the kidnapping movie, but
Yeah, I watched that. I watched The Purge. Have you guys seen The Purge?
Yes.
What did you guys think of The Purge?
3 out of 5 for me.
Yeah.
I real quick, I love the concept, but I wanted much more of a smart cat and mouse chase inside the house.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the lead guy was kind of a pussy. I was expecting a lot more because I just saw Sinister, and I love the idea of we can kill, like the concept behind the movie is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Ethan Hawke, Sinister, I love this concept, but it was okay, but I wanted to like just blow my face off, and it really didn't. But
and it's already been greenlit for a sequel. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it did
thought
very
was
well
really
at the
good.
box office.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah.
Speaking of greenlit sequels, they announced Human Centipede 3 coming, but we all knew that was going to come sooner or later.
Yeah.
And was it Trick or Treat 2?
Yeah.
Trick or Treat New was the big news, yeah.
Yeah, that's the big one. I can't wait for that one.
Well, you're gonna fucking have to, so figure it out.
Son of a bitch!
Oh shit!
All right.
Trick or Treat and The Purge are two movies that I feel could make a great franchise because the worlds are so interesting to explore.
Yes, I agree. I actually would watch as many Purge films as they made. I love the idea.
I agree. I mean, they could go direct to DVD with it and make low budget horror. They could make large scale, politic movies and all sorts of stuff.
I know what bothered me about that movie more. Now that I think about it, the twist at the end, kind of.
I loved it.
Where it was like, I was like, oh, really? Okay.
I thought you were going to say it was the far left-wing undertones.
That was surprising, too. Man, I mean, the movie really wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And there was one action scene in the middle that was just awesome. I loved it. It was great.
Is that when they all go in the bathroom after dinner and purge?
No, that's what I'm doing. No.
All right, so who's... I have some stuff I've been watching.
What have you been watching?
Did you guys all go?
Yeah, I went twice.
Well, let's see. I've been watching a lot of obscure shit. Boy, the one, I watched, what was that movie I watched from Redbox? I watched some Monster High movie that was pretty freaking cool. That's a pretty cool show. I don't even know what the show is. I know from the dolls in the store, but we rented Monster High, whatever, it's the new release, and it's really cool. Like, it's a horror cartoon. It's pretty awesome. But I watched a live action movie. I rented The White House Down, didn't watch that. Oh, Grown Ups 2.
Oh no, don't.
Oh my
say it.
God!
Wow. No.
Is this movie the most painful thing on the planet?
CGI deer.
Like, I mean, there were some parts in it where I, fucking was laughing out loud. Probably 3 or 4 parts of the movie that I thought were unbelievable. But the general dialogue from scene to scene is it's painful. And I can't believe these movies are made today. But I guess if you're a kid or whatever, they're still funny. When you're 13 or whatever, right? They're probably really funny.
Well, they have theaters.
Yeah, I mean, holy shit, that was awful. But I mean,
it's this generation spies like us.
I mean, on one level, it's okay, well, it's the same thing as Happy Gilmore on some level. All the same actors, the same dumb jokes, but it's just not as good for me for some reason. But, okay, so that was that. I watched this movie, this documentary that Patrick from Southie recommended me. Star Wars Jedi Convention, is it something called like that? You guys know what I'm talking about?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It was I know what you're talking about. I forget the fucking name, though. But
I'm looking it up. And by the way, Patrick is exceptional at posting that and as well as posting recommendations on Netflix. If you go to killers.com, go to the forum, go to the
I've seen that.
yeah, you go to the movies discussion forum. He just posts all the time movies that are new to Redbox that are worth seeing. Jedi Junkies.
That's what it was, and that's even on Netflix.
Yeah, it is. And I bought some weed for the first time. I like never smoke pot, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna smoke pot this past weekend. Like, as opposed to drinking like 12 hours.
It's all coming together now.
At some point, you texted me.
Yeah.
Friday night is when we're supposed to podcast.
And then you said something came up, and then you texted me early Sunday, and you're like, "Hey, sorry I didn't get back to you yesterday. I decided to spend the day to myself."
Yes. I think you texted me at some point, and like I don't do good stone. Like I wig out very easily, and you texted me like, "Hey, we're recording tonight," and I'm thinking in my head, like, dude, that is so fucking far off from what's actually going to happen tonight. And I couldn't text you back because I don't like any kind of interaction when I'm stoned.
Oh.
So, but I mean, I haven't smoked weed in like, I don't know, 2 years or whatever. So I actually woke up and smoked weed at like 8 a.m.
There you go.
And I'm like, I think I'm going to stream on Twitch today and play video games all day. But then I'm like, you know what? Like, I have the whole house to myself, nowhere to go. I guess I'll smoke weed in the morning. Like, people do that, I guess.
Sure. It's called the old wake and bake.
And one bowl lasted me 3 days.
Oh,
It would be like two soft hits, and I wouldn't smoke weed for like 6 hours because I was like blasted. So I watched Jedi Junkies stoned by myself, and I laughed out loud till my face hurt. It's a documentary following people who love Star Wars and Star Wars Star Wars filmmakers that make their own movies, Star Wars movies.
I love how you say Star Wars, by the way.
Star Wars?
Did you guys catch on that?
Star Wars?
Star Wars? Okay,
The
cool.
Southie way.
Star Wars? Star Wars. Oh yeah, you're right. Star Wars. Star Wars. Star. So, this, I mean, I'm not going to, because I want to talk about some other stuff, I'm not going to go into it too much, but holy shit, if you want to laugh, they follow like convention geeks and shit, and they're kind of like making fun of them by the way they edit stuff and what the dialogue that clearly the person's making themselves look like an idiot or whatever, very different or whatever, like I would call them a moron, but to be nice, like, I don't know, they're just different or whatever, but it kind of makes fun of these people, but at the same time I know what was really funny. They have a psychiatrist. Has anybody seen this in here?
No.
They have a psychiatrist. They'll like show some dude at a convention, like 2 dudes at a convention in full costume, sword fighting in front of like everybody. And then they have like a psychiatrist come on the screen, and they're like, some fans are so into, and she sounds really smart when she says this. Some people are so into these films that they want to express she's like explaining to like regular people why these nerds operate like they do. So some guy would be like showing his Star Wars collection, and he's like, yeah, well, I had to buy 30 TIE fighters because in the movie Darth Vader mentions he had 30, he has 30 TIE fighters in the battle. So the fan has to buy 30 actual ships from Toys R Us in his collection. And the psychiatrist will come on and be like, well, some people are so obsessed. And I was stoned out of my mind, and I'm thinking like, the psychiatrist is here to help us understand why these people are so fucked up. Anybody?
I gotta check this movie out.
They're not, obviously they're just really big fans, but it's funny that these filmmakers try to have you understand why they're so obsessed. So other than that, okay, I have a few awesome recommendations for people. So I'm a big YouTube guy, and I've recently found, what's that channel? First of all, Xander Kane turned me on to this guy, Doug Benson, who's a comedian.
Right.
You guys probably know him.
Yeah, I know of him.
He has a channel on YouTube, And are you guys familiar with the show Getting Dug with High?
I don't know. I know Super High Me.
Okay,
movie.
there you go. He has this is why I bought the weed. He has a new show where he has every week he sits down with a celebrity and they just smoke weed for an hour and talk back and forth. And they interact by playing games, have magic tricks. Like it's just, but the dialogue between two people, they literally sit down at a table.
Hold on a second, I'm gonna be right back. Okay.
Yeah, they sit down at a table with a really cheap set and have like bongs and pipes and joints and just smoke really good weed for like an hour and act like idiots. And this is absolutely hilarious. It's called Getting Dug with High on YouTube. That I think you really want to check out. And also, are you guys fans of Will Wheaton?
A little bit.
A little bit? Aaron, what's up with that answer you just gave me?
Well, I just don't, he's not really on my radar.
I
I don't know. I mean, I know nothing. I mean, I know that he does like some geek shit now, but I just know him from Stand By Me and Star Trek, and so
Alright. Well, here's what last week I think I did this. I searched YouTube for Dungeons and Dragons, and I got these guys playing the game at a convention. And they're all wearing costumes, and it was really, really funny.
I guess I should have asked.
So, and Will Wheaton was one of the guys.
Hey, I thought we were working out.
Can you guys fucking hear him?
yeah, he's talking to his alpaca girlfriend.
Oh, what do you want?
So
She's trying to never mind, I'll tell you guys later.
okay, so you guys should, listeners, please look this up. It's called Acquisitions Inc. Just look up Dungeons and Dragons Live on YouTube, and you can watch these comedians play a game of Dungeons and Dragons, and they make jokes. They're actually playing the game, but they make jokes throughout the whole show, and it is extremely funny. So, I found Will Wheaton in one of these episodes, and I started watching like some of his videos, and I watched him give a speech at a convention last year. It was a full hour-long speech. I watched it on YouTube, and this guy was very, very interesting to watch and funny, and he appeared to be kind, knowledgeable about geek stuff. And I watched for an hour his whole presentation, and it was just him. He has like a stand-up routine, like a whole show with jokes, and then he goes into like his life a little bit, then answers questions from the audience. And I'm like, holy shit, this guy really has my attention. So, I looked up more on him on YouTube, and I found a great channel called, and I know Patrick from Southie watches this too. It's called, if you search YouTube for tabletop, and see, I mean, this is, you guys, I mean, like this, I'm not watching Hollywood movies lately. I'm literally watching Will Wheaton on YouTube and Dungeons & Dragons videos, and I don't know, for me, well, first of all, I cancel cable. But, like, I can sit in my bed and watch all these amazing channels on YouTube that are much more geared towards me than, say, like a regular show on TV. But the channel on YouTube is called Geek and Sundry. And this dude, Will Wheaton, he plays tabletop games. All different kinds of tabletop games, not just Dungeons & Dragons. But he has, like, some of his fellow friends that are in the geek industry, like Chris Hardwick, Morgan Webb was on one of the shows from G4. And they hang out for, like, an hour and play a tabletop game and make jokes and stuff. So that channel's called Geek and Sundry on YouTube.
Sounds cool.
Wait, is this Will Wheaton from Star Trek?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like, his videos are getting, like this one right here, Dragon Age, the board game, with Chris Hardwick, has 600,000 views on YouTube.
600,000?
Like, Adam Carolla doesn't even have that many views.
That's because people. Wow, that. Can you just say that again so I can hear Greg Moe respond to that again?
Yes. I mean, Dragon Age the board game with Chris Hardwick has like 600,000 views. Well,
that's a lot of views.
That's a lot for you.
I mean, like you have guys like, I also watch Kenny versus Spenny on here. They have like 50,000 views. Like Adam Carolla has 50,000 views to most of the videos. These guys have 500,000 views, and they're playing a board game with each other.
Can I tell you the one that I watch that gets a lot of views?
Yeah.
How to Basic.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I'm like, should I even look? Are you guys looking?
It's called How to Basic, and they get a lot of views. I'm just letting you know, like how to make,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like how to make pancakes.
I get you.
Just How to Basic, and I think everybody out there would really enjoy it.
That and Two Girls, One Cup.
I didn't find anything disgusting about that, and I don't see why anybody did. But
No,
So that's.
How to-
I think that's my wrap. But I'll tell you, kids, I am like. I don't know, man. Like, it's like having like an epiphany with my entertainment. Like, there's this is so geared towards me. It's crazy.
Well, didn't we have this conversation a couple of podcasts ago about how this is the way media is going? I mean, I
mean, like I can sit here and I have all these YouTube channels I subscribe to. It's exactly what I mean. Like, I get to watch an hour-long show with Doug Benson, uncut, with who he fucking smokes weed for an hour. Like, I mean, like, I can sit down, like, in my room, on my Xbox, on my TV or whatever, DVD player, however you want to stream YouTube, and just watch it like it's TV. And, like, I just turn it on, and it says, hey, Greg, welcome back. There's a new video from fucking Will Wheaton, 2 new videos from fucking Cool Duder, Sean Phillips. Oh, there's a new video from Killer Reviews, whatever. I mean... And like, I watch it all night, and it doesn't cost me any fucking money. And I absolutely love the content. I mean, I like watching some dude, like this guy Metal Jesus rocks. He does video game reviews. He gets 100,000 fucking views a video.
100,000 views!
You could pay the bills with that!
It's so exciting, like to see these people. Like, anybody can make great content. I mean, not anybody, but you know what I mean. Like, this dude's in his fucking basement, and I'm watching that over whatever. I don't know, man. I'm really excited. I'm really into YouTube.
Well, there's a lot of, movie reviewers. There's a lot of cool. Just to kind of like give a rundown of what I subscribe to, and I won't even give you like Epic Mealtime, How to Basic, Opie Radio from the Opie and Anthony Show, D-Pity, Steel Panther. Oh, man, if you guys don't know who Steel Panther is, go fucking take off your left nut right now and flush it down the toilet.
All right, hang on a second, okay?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right, don't clog it up.
Steel Panther. Okay, subscribed.
There you go. That means you're officially a Fanther.
Well, I'm going to be a Smiley before a Panther, so calm down.
Speaking of Miley, this has been on my mind. I finally figured it out who should have played Carrie in the new movie. Miley Cyrus.
No.
We needed somebody gangly and ugly to play Carrie, and Miley Cyrus would have been perfect.
Wouldn't she be better for like Gene Simmons in the Kiss documentary or something?
I finally figured out what upsets me about her. It's her crowded mouth of teeth.
It's that flat face, man.
But what is it, a Miley bashing?
No, flat faces are good.
Oh yeah, they bite walls.
Yes.
And I know, Butcher, what you're planning on doing. You're planning on, getting a chain to wrap around your neck and paint yourself silver. You already are the shape of a wrecking ball, and no, she is not going to ride you.
Holy jeez, man. I just miss the Miley Cyrus that didn't, like, do gimmicks to further her career. That's all. I just, I do admit her songs are actually pretty good. I just can't take the image she's putting out there. I mean, she has kids in her music videos, so they're obviously geared towards a younger audience, yet she's sitting there naked, and it's just like, I don't know. I mean, whatever. She doesn't have an obligation to be, responsible with her art, but
I can't throw stones. I don't know what the ages of anybody listening to this podcast is, and I'm sitting here naked.
Well, I mean, that's beside the point. You're not sending us pictures, so
open up your Facebook.
Hey, why don't we switch gears to Android Virus's interview with a rock legend and wrestler.
Doyle.
Yeah. Frankenstein Frankfurter.
Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein.
Yes.
Legendary guitar player from the Misfits.
So we're going to play an interview in a few minutes. And, Aaron, why don't you explain to us how this interview came to us, what it's all about? I mean, who is this guy?
Okay, so Doyle, I mean, a lot of our fans out there know who the Misfits are, legendary horror punk rock band, fronted by Glenn Danzig. Doyle is their guitar player, and he's still making music to this day with his new band, appropriately named Doyle. He doesn't sing or anything. He's a bit of a New Jersey tough guy. No, he was cool, man. It was a kind of a funny interview. I kind of had all my questions set up, and it kind of went awry on us. So you'll hear, and Butcher had a fun time listening to it, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if we should spoil anything.
No, just that's all you need to know.
Okay, so we'll play you this interview right now, and we'll come back after.
All right. Okay, Android Virus with KillerReviews.com, and today we are honored to have the legendary horror punk icon Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein on with us. Doyle is the ex-guitar player at the Misfits and has been doing a slew of dates with Danzig, doing some of the classics Misfits shit, and something that needs to be seen. So what's up, man? How are things going?
Great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. So you're promoting the new release of The Abominator, your new debut solo project appropriately titled Doyle. How'd that come together for you?
Yes, sir. I was writing a bunch of musical compositions, is what I call them, just a bunch of music arranged in song form, and I don't like writing the vocal melodies. I don't think I'm good at it, and once I write something and I try to write a melody over the top of it, all I could see is my hands playing what I just recorded, So I thought, who do I know that's a great writer, that's a friend of mine that I just think is great? And the first guy who popped in my head was Alex Sorry. So I called him up. I said, yo, man, I got 12 fucking, arranged songs that need to be finished, man. You want to write with me? He's like, fuck yeah, send them all to me. And ironically enough, he's walking into an Danzig show in Houston when I called him. So he was flipping out. And I was like, yeah, man. So I sent them 3 of them, and one of them was Mark of the Beast, and he sends it back in like 2 days, exactly how it is on the album. And I was like, that's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And then we just started rolling. We wrote about 38 songs. That we're actually almost done with the second album right now.
Jesus, already, huh?
Yeah, this one hasn't come out yet. This one comes out on the 29th. It's a 3 fold-out digipack with an 18 or 16-page booklet. I don't remember what teen it is, but got an extra song called Throwing Down the Moon, which is not available on the download. It's got a ton of pictures. It's pretty cool.
Awesome, man. Well, that's one thing I was going to say about the album. I got a chance to listen to it the last couple of days, and you guys got a fucking awesome chemistry, man.
Oh, man. Once I started writing with him, he's a genius, They're not called music, they're called songs. I just sent him the fucking music. He's the fucking brain. I mean,
Well, the album does rip. You know, it's in your face. I mean, it's heavy. You know, a few of the standout songs for me personally, obviously the first track, Abominator. Dreaming Dead Girls was awesome. Cemetery Sex. Love Like Murder, Mark of the Beast were like standouts for me personally. I'm trying to convince my wife to let me fuck at her Cemetery Sex, but she hasn't really bought onto that yet. So, what's the tour looking like?
Well, wives in general usually don't let you fuck them, so.
Yeah, exactly. There's a fucking something.
They're like, come on, hurry it up.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, are you done yet?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, yeah,
Fuck
almost.
that.
I'm almost done thinking about your sister. All right. So what's the tour looking like for you guys? I mean, you're doing the Danzig thing right now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're done on the 31st.
Cool, but what about for Doyle, your band? You guys going to be doing any tour dates?
Yeah, we're working on that right now. We don't have the dates yet, but we're just trying to get the right show, package together, and we want to do it right. I don't want to fuck up. I fucked up with Gorgeous Frankenstein, and it cost me a fortune. I'm still paying people from those tours. And fuck that. I want to do it right, where we're making money so we can keep doing it. You know what I mean? I can't pay to play no more. Fuck that.
Absolutely. Well, I got the pleasure of seeing you guys here in New Mexico. That's where I'm located. During your Legacy tour, and I got to let you know, man, when you guys played Death Comes Ripping, I was on the crowd surfing. The fucking song stopped and the fuckers dropped me. Cracked my ribs to what I consider a legendary Misfit set. So people are still fucking breaking bones to fucking Misfit songs, man. So it's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, anytime somebody breaks a bone, I'm happy.
I was a little embarrassed. I took my 13-year-old daughter there, and she's a fucking huge fan. So, I mean, you got fucking kids celebrating the fucking old catalog that weren't even fucking born yet. I mean, not even past the year 2000, so.
Well, they're good songs, man. I tell kids, I get asked questions in these interviews. What would you tell somebody who's starting out in music? Don't worry about being a great musician. It's about writing great songs. I'm not a great musician. I play great songs. You got to have great songs. That's all it is. The shittiest musician in the world can play a great song.
And you can hear it. It comes out, and you enjoy what you do. I mean, you listen to the music, and you're not going through the fucking motions. Every song is great. I mean, even my top Misfits albums are the ones that you played on. Walk Among Us, Earth AD, Wolf's Blood were, to me, that's like, I mean, yeah, the Misfits were around before, but that's the fucking quintessential shit right there for me, man.
Well, you know what it is? You got to believe what you're doing, and if you can't believe it, how are you going to make anybody else believe it? If you don't believe it yourself. So.
Exactly, man. I mean, you guys put on an awesome show, man. You put everything out there. I really enjoyed it. Going to take a little bit of a left turn on you, man. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I've always wanted to ask you this. How the fuck did you get involved with WCW back in the day?
By accident.
Well, you were pretty good, man.
Okay. Wrestler's name was Vampiro, and he wanted to use our music for his intro. And he talked the powers that be that we should come out with him. I thought we were going to play on the show, so we were playing across the street on the first show. They walk us across the street, and we're all dressed, ready to go, and walking through the fucking arena, I'm seeing all these fucking wrestlers that I watched when I was a kid, and they're all still there. I'm like, what the fuck? This hasn't changed, and I'm a big guy in music, and I'm a big, a large person, but when I went there, I was like a 12-year-old fucking girl, you know what I mean? It was fucked up. It was just a very scary place, and that shit's real. Anybody says it's fake, that shit's really happening to those people, and it's real. The chairs are real. Falling 15 feet onto your back onto the cement, it's fucking real. You can't fake that. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can't fake the shit they're doing. It's fucking real, and it's fucked up.
I just watching like old wrestling clips. I seen fucking Michael Graves just get tossed around like a fucking rag doll, and I was like, ouch.
Oh yeah, that's nothing for them.
Yeah, it was great, man. Well, it was fucking. It's funny, man. Just I was like Misfits and fucking wrestling. Because we are in the month of October, we run our website, Killer Reviews. You're a horror guy. I got to ask you, and this is kind of a 2-3-parter question. What's your favorite horror movie?
That's the fucking worst question ever. I'm never answering that one again. I don't give a fuck what my favorite horror movie is.
Well, how about what's the last good horror movie you saw?
I don't know, man. I haven't watched anything but football since the Super Bowl, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I hear you. Well, okay, then maybe we could take it to the third part. What was the first horror movie you saw?
I don't know, man. I've been watching horror movies since I was a baby. I couldn't tell you that.
I hear you, dude. Well, you know, you got to ask the fucking famous Doyle what scares him, basically.
Needles. I'm fighting needles.
Yeah, you don't got any ink,
Needles.
do you?
I do, but those are different. I mean, like taking my blood, shots. I don't fucking touch me with no needle. I can't even watch somebody get one.
Hell yeah, man. Well, who would win in a fight? Jason, Freddy, Michael, or Leatherface?
They're all fucking assholes. I don't know.
As always, Doyle, you fucking rule, man. So, we play a little bit of a name association game here. So
Okay.
I say a name, you say one word to describe the person. I'll give you 3 names.
Right.
Michael Graves.
Oh man. Flaky.
Okay. Alice Cooper.
Great.
George Romero.
Really cool.
Well, how was it working on the set with him for your guys' video that you did?
He was cool. He was such a nice guy, and the coolest part about it wasn't working with him. It was going out to the movies with him. We went to the movies. We watched the movie called The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis. I got to sit next to him in the theater and talk to him while the movie was going on, and that was really cool to me.
Yeah, that's just got to be like kind of a childhood fucking dream to talk to somebody, the guy who did fucking Night of the Living Dead.
Well, we were talking about the movie, and he would, I'd get his comments right from him on the movie, what was happening, and it was cool.
That's awesome, man. And so what was that experience like on the set? I mean, was it a pretty, obviously it was a professional set, it was George Romero, but did you guys just have a bunch of fans come out? Was it casted when you guys did the video?
No, it was all casted, and it was, I spent most of my day in the catering truck just eating like a fucking pig. Because they just hang out and do nothing all day. Every 15 minutes, it's a fucking union break. I don't know how to get anything done, honestly. But it's just a regular movie set. Hurry up and wait and sit there all day and do nothing. And maybe that's who you.
What was the prosthetics like, getting you all in your makeup?
Oh, we did that? Glenn Hetrick. He's in that show, Face Off.
Oh, yeah. It's a good show.
Yeah. And it's really weird. The latex they put on your face smells so bad until they put it on, then you can't smell it. They're gone. But it stinks.
Fuck, dude. And then you just, you're going to sit and eating like a madman in the trailer and, having that shit on all day. How long was the shoot for?
Oh, I don't remember, man. We rented out a hospital, and I don't know, man. I don't know. What do I know? I don't remember anything.
Yeah, well, man, I want to tell you, your fucking the album. Kind of going back to the beginning, the album is great. It's kind of sad that we could see some of that shit going forth with hopefully Misfits reunion, but listen to some of your other interviews. I don't know. I doubt that may happen, but you keep doing what you're doing.
Well,
man.
I'm in.
Yeah, I know you're all in, but just keep. I'm looking as far as the interview, or excuse me, as far as the Misfits reunion.
I think we should do it. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
I think the fans would like it. I would love to write a record with Glenn. And I think I got a pretty good handle on writing music now, you know. And, you know, I think it would be great. I think it would be huge, you know.
You definitely got the chops, man. I mean, again, like I said, Abominator's fucking awesome. So just keep doing what you're doing. I'm looking forward to that new release coming out.
Thanks, man.
And when's your last show in October? Where are you guys playing at and on Halloween?
It's on Halloween. It's called the Warfield in San Francisco.
Awesome. So finishing it up on the West Coast. Are you still located in Vegas?
Nah, I've moved like about 10 times since then. I don't even know where the fuck I live.
Just a regular fucking nomad. I hear you, man. Well, I thank you for taking your time out of the day to come and talk with us here at Killer Reviews. Abominator is out now. Download it on iTunes. Pick it up at any of the Legacy shows. Am I right?
They're called the 25th anniversary of Danzig.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. And at officialdoyle.com is where we can get our hard copies.
Yeah. They're going to be in all the stores, too. We got worldwide distribution, so it'll be in the stores.
Hell yeah. And are you much active on your Twitter, Doyle Abominator?
You know, I haven't learned that yet, but I'm going to do that. I'm doing the Instagram. That's me. Yeah, I just learned how to do this shit. I don't know what the fuck.
Well, that's cool, man. And I'm thinking about ordering some of your Made in Hell hot sauce if it's still in stock.
Yeah, we're starting to make a new one, Abominator, but we sampled it in Atlanta. It wasn't hot enough, so we're gonna make it hotter. See what happens.
If you're ever out in New Mexico, man, I'll turn you on to some fucking awesome fucking chili out here.
All right.
All right, man. Well, you can find Doyle's guitars at October Guitars. Your Annihilator and Devil Wing guitar are out. Looks like they're back in stock. It's fucking badass looking. Anything you want to plug, man?
That's pretty much it, man. What we're doing.
All right, dude. Well, Doyle, thanks again for coming on. It's been a pleasure. And everybody go buy Abominator.
Yeah, buy it. Don't steal it.
All right, bro. Thank you so much. You have a good one, all right? Be safe.
Thank you, man. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that video, that was fucking hilarious.
That is great.
All right, we're back to the interview.
That was hilarious.
That was good.
Oh, fuck.
Was it good for you?
Oh, I'm having a cigarette.
I'm smoking a cigarette in my ass.
So, yeah, only Aaron and I know what the interview, how it went.
No.
And right now we're talking. We didn't really take a break. We just stopped for about 10 seconds.
It's breaking the fourth wall.
So, okay. I mean, this interview was a while ago. Okay, so I remember him not answering. Like, you asked him, like, what are some of your favorite horror movies? He's like, I don't fucking know, dude.
He's like, that's the stupidest fucking question I ever heard.
Yeah, fuck off. So, we talk about the interview, me and Andrew Virus, we talk about the interview for probably half an hour after, laughing our fucking asses off. Oh yeah, there's one part of the interview, I should have sent you guys Gray and Greg the interview ahead of time. There's one part in the interview where they're both laughing, like they're ending a laughter together. And it's like, and then Aaron says something. Do you remember what you said?
I don't remember.
You said something like, oh yeah, well, better you than me, right, bro? And then this Frankenstein guy is like, what? What'd you say? And I'm like, and this dude doesn't even fucking know I'm on the phone. But I hear it back, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. What? Like, I didn't quite get what you said either, but he sounds mad. And then you can hear Aaron go, like he's fishing for something to say to him to calm his rage. And then I forget what you said. It's funny because listeners now know what you said because it was 2 minutes ago. But I remember him being like, oh, all right, man, okay. Like it was
so,
yeah.
he didn't want to talk a lot about, like, you know, a lot.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, wrestling, man? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the only time he kind of got a little bit happy is when we were talking about ex-wives.
Yeah, actually, you did really well, man. You said some shit I would not have said.
Oh. I didn't want it to be, just basic fodder, but I don't know. Do you, Gregmo and Gray, do you guys even know what Doyle looks like?
No.
No.
Well,
I mean,
Does he look like Frankenstein?
he has screws coming out of the side of his head.
he does have screws coming out the side of his
He
neck.
looks kind of like Danzig, which you guys are probably. It's a muscle builder guy. He's like pretty big.
He's got a short fuse, obviously.
He just.
He was pretty he's a pretty massive guy, man. It was fucking funny though.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah.
So that just happened. I think we should wrap up pretty soon. I'm sure
We should,
because I want to record with Xander this week too. I want to have less to edit, but
I did see Antiviral. Have you guys seen Antiviral?
Yes.
That's
Cronenberg.
Cronenberg's son, right?
Yeah, Brandon Cronenberg, and it is it's very, very Cronenberg.
this
That's
sounds
a very good way to
What
put
is this?
It's freaking bizarre, man. Oh shit! Hold on a second, I gotta go do something. Oh, sorry. I'll be right back.
I'm coming.
It's okay. It's just coming out here. He's going to do something. I thought I'd throw in there on October 24th. So it's been a while since we podcasted, but October 24th. As a matter of fact, that was the same day I interviewed Doyle. My daughter and I went and checked out Riff Tracks Live: Night of the Living Dead.
Yes.
And it was an awesome experience. I'd never done a Riff Tracks Live, and something really cool to kind of bring kind of full circle. Some of the KR Movie Night folks met me there.
What? Oh shit.
Yeah, it was really cool, man. There's a couple of KR Movie Night people that are local that I've never met personally that somehow got on KR Movie Night and met up with me, man. It was really weird just to see them, like, hey, what's up? It was just really cool. So yeah, so there's a couple of KR Movie Night people there, and we just if anybody out there doesn't know what Riff Tracks is, everybody's a huge fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000. And basically, it's all the guys from Mystery Science Theater 3000, but they're standing on the side of the stage with podiums, and they're riffing live on the movie while it's playing. And they played Night of the Living Dead. So not only did you get to see Night of the Living Dead on the big screen, you got to see it just totally just torn apart and made fun of, which was fucking awesome.
Oh shit, man! I really wanted to go to that.
Yeah, it's fun, man. They're fun. I think towards Christmas time they're doing Santa Claus versus the Martians.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, actually, on their website. Conquers the Martians.
Conquers the Martians. There you go. It's fun times. I'd recommend it for anybody. It's worth every penny.
So,
Gregmo, have you been to one of those?
No, I have not. No. I don't know if it's come up to Canada at all.
do they obviously most of they cut back and forth between the stage they're on and the actual movie?
Yeah, they do cut, what they'll do is they'll kind of split the screen, kind of like maybe an 80-20. So, on the side of the screen, you'll see the guys talking. Or they'll have, 3 panels of their faces, kind of like Brady Bunch style, when you watch the show. And then, at the beginning of the Brady Bunch, and then they'll the screen will kind of go to the side and you'll hear them talking and they'll be playing the whole movie. And, I don't know, man. It was really funny. My daughter, she's 13, and she did find Night of the Living Dead, even though it was being made fun of, a bit creepy. I think just something. When you see something on the big screen, it definitely brings the creep factor up for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it does too.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, we're talking about Riff Tracks, and
man, I wanted to go into those.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm really interested. And Aaron saw Night of the Living Dead around Halloween time.
Shit. Huh.
It was saying his daughter got scared. We were talking about how in theaters things tend to be scarier, and they are, dude.
Yeah.
And it was once of those, and I mean, we can all attest to this. We've all been around the block a few times. Like, we left the movie theater, and I'm in New Mexico, and we rarely get rain, and we rarely get weird weather. But when we left the theater, there was a weird fog in the parking lot and a light rain coming down. And that's rare for New Mexico. So it just brought the creep factor and the atmosphere of the movie like that much more home. And I was just like telling my daughter, you'll never experience this in your life again. You know, just you come out of a movie at 9:30 at night, Night of the Living Dead, and there's a weird fucking fog in the city with the light rain.
Yeah.
She's just like, whoa, this is kind of weird. You know, it just kind of made it more scarier. It was just cool, man. Just one of those childhood Halloween things that she will always remember, which I was awesome to share with her.
See, Night of the Living Dead has never really done it for me. I respect it, but I don't think it's ever worked for me.
Well, you know, I think that you think too much. And
Great. I told you 1,000 times, dude. Like, if you and I sat in a room together watching movies, we could probably kill each other.
Really? See,
I mean,
I just don't think it. I don't know, man. I mean, it's always seemed like an old movie to me. You know, I mean, I can respect some of the classics like Halloween. You know,
I guess it depends where you watch. I mean, when you watch it, because it is boring. But
so, well, maybe okay. So the older one in the crowd needs to speak up.
Uh-oh.
And Greg Mo, tell us how it was when Psycho played in the movie theaters.
Well, fuck off! 1960.
Did you stand in line for that one, or?
Oh.
Did you bring your kids to that?
Oh.
See, Psycho seems to be like an effective movie for me, but.
By the way, may I recommend on youtube.com/killerreviews.com, I just posted an hour-long video of me playing Jaws for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, I was there. I watched it live.
So, if you watch one thing this year, don't watch Machete 2, don't watch Carrie Remake,
I'm not watching it.
watch my hour-long Twitch stream on YouTube of
Isn't
Jaws.
that why they used to have like YouTube videos cut at like 10 minutes because of stuff like that? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's, yeah, YouTube's like, this video is so shitty, we cannot possibly upload it for more than 10 minutes.
Greg Mo, how was Machete 2?
Yeah.
Watch what you say. You know
Uh,
the rule, if it's negative about movies I really like then or want to see, you can't say anything.
it's snowing outside.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, how can that be bad, Greg Mo Roberts?
This was a small joke, a part of a faux trailer that's just gone on too long. Can it end, please?
What about Charlie
What about what?
The girl with the eye patch.
Michelle Rodriguez?
Yeah, how can you just love it because you get to see her hard ass in it?
That's
Come on,
true.
and you know she's not taken any D in a long time, that girl.
Oh yeah, she's yeah, carpet licker.
Okay. All right. Here, let's do a couple questions from the casket real quick.
Okay.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna play you one of the sound effects I put together for the mail casket. So,
All right.
with that being said, why don't you boys join me for the mail casket?
I have a special delivery for you, big boy. Oh, and I see your flag is up. Do you have something for me, too?
Two questions. Grandma Roberts posting in the mail casket thread on the website after countless warnings, making me all confused when I go to the mail casket section of the forum and I see Greg Roberts posting where he shouldn't be.
What?
True that Greg Roberts... It's right here in front of me.
I was drunk.
October 23rd at 5:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is this Greg Mo? The handsome rich motherfucker? Okay. Oh my god, this dude, man. Brad P56. Could you
Yeah.
give your opinion on the following? Oh my god, this is a whole podcast. Best horror movie ever made, scariest movie of all time, best horror franchise, best horror director. Okay. Here, let's just do this and we'll end the show. Alright, we'll go around in the room. Obviously I should probably have more time to think about this, but
Okay.
best horror film ever made. Does anybody have an opinion of that right away?
I can
Halloween.
only do my top 3.
Okay. Gray, your Halloween?
Halloween.
Alright, well, let's just do it. I can't just have one, but we'll
I'll
do...
just-
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do Exorcist, Shining, and The Thing.
Okay.
I'll go The Thing, Poltergeist, and The Shining.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to say Halloween is in my top 3. For me, that might be the best one ever made. In my opinion, for me. Well, like if I went to an alien planet and I could only bring one horror film to show people what a horror film is, I think I would bring Halloween.
Well, if I went to an alien planet to show them horror, I'd show them The Thing just to piss them off, because they'd think that that's what we think aliens are. But, yeah.
What if we brought them the Ginger Dead Man?
What do you think they'd think of humanity at that point?
They'd blow us up. And then The Exorcist would be my second one.
You're going to be my number 3, maybe.
Alright, scariest movie of all time.
The Shining.
Woo!
I'd have to go with The Shining.
I think I'm gonna have to say for me, The Changeling, I think.
Grown Ups 2.
No Jaws, huh?
Jaws wasn't the scariest. I would maybe have to go with The Exorcist for that, for me. But I mean, I was, again, being a little older. I saw it before it was diluted with a whole bunch of other wannabes that tried to do the same thing.
Right.
Like Beyond the Door?
Beyond the Door.
Alright, best horror franchise. Now, best,
Friday
does that
the 13th.
mean like if you were to review them, they would be the best quality or the best? For me that means an overall like entertainment value, length of the series,
Yeah.
not just the best quality.
Friday the 13th.
For me, that would be Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
Friday
it'd have to
the
be Friday
13th. Absolutely.
So you all agree with me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. We all
No,
agree.
you agreed with us.
Yeah, I was about to say, you agreed with me.
You agree with me?
Yeah, that's what I said. We
Let's do
agreed
it for
with
half
Gray.
an hour. Alright, best horror director.
John Carpenter.
James Wan. Not.
You gotta be. I was gonna- Oh, you.
Well, I'm just going to throw. I'd have to give it more thought. John Carpenter's definitely
Yeah, me
a
too.
good one, but why not? Why don't I just go back to Jim Mickle? We've talked about him.
He doesn't have enough input to have that mantle.
No, I understand that.
Did you just say
Right.
Jeff has freckles?
Yeah.
For me, it'd be Lucio Fulci.
really?
Okay.
Okay, 20 greatest horror directors from
Jesus.
from TotalFilm.com.
Fuck.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to name our top
Yeah.
20.
I was gonna be like, what the hell?
Brian De Palma, Toby Hooper. Toby Hooper?
Come on.
Okay.
No, I don't
Calm
think.
down. Ooh, David Cronenberg's kind of up there, right? There's a lot of horror stuff in his catalog.
You know, Wes Craven's gonna be in there. Oh.
George Romero's number 1. Yeah, Land of the Dead was amazing. Yeah, you got me.
Ah,
Yeah, Monkey Shines. That's a great
Ooh,
movie.
David Lynch. Yeah, Dario Argento's number 4.
David Lynch. I don't even know if you can qualify him as a horror director.
John Carpenter's 7. Wes Craven's 10 on this. This list is kind of shitty anyway.
How about Fincher?
Scorsese's 13. Spielberg 16. I don't fucking know. It's retarded.
Scorsese?
Because he did Shutter Island?
Yeah, I mean,
That shit. He knows good gore. I mean, I think that definitely the shoot 'em up at the end of Taxi Driver is pretty fucking violent. That was something to behold, but like I don't.
Is it horrific though?
It's pretty horrific, man. Have you seen it?
what movie is this?
The Taxi Driver, the end of Taxi Driver.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Greg Mo, you got my back on this or no?
I got your back on this one.
Oh, you guys ready for this? Oh, you'll like this list. Okay. This is the best new horror directors of the thousands, like the 2000s. David Bruckner, Ty West, number 9. Oh, I'm glad this reminds me of this. Ty West has a new movie out. Do you guys at all know where it's at as far as, like, I think Magnet Releasing just signed it for distribution.
Sacrament, right?
What is it called?
Sacrament?
I don't know. I think if that's his last one. I'm wondering if you guys know anything about it. When people can see it, if it's on demand, if it's in festivals or anything.
It's not out yet. Sacrament, let's see, it was just picked up. Release planned for 2014. Not an official date yet.
Okay. Somebody dropped out of the call, by the way.
Yeah, I think it was me.
Okay. All right.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
You sure?
All right. Number 6 is James Gunn. 5, Xavier Gens.
Yeah, he did
Frontiers,
yeah.
Chainsaw Massacre or something. 4, Neil Marshall. 3, James Wan. 2, Eli Roth. Number 1, Rob Zombie.
Really? Neil Marshall, I think, has a better body of work than he does, I think.
What about Alexandra Aja?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Good
Where was
choice.
he in that list, man?
I mean, he actually did a film I saw at TIFF that hasn't been released yet called Horns with Daniel Radcliffe, and I thought it was one of the better films I saw at the Toronto International Film Festival this year.
I've seen pictures for it.
You know, he's done Piranha, he's done High Tension, he should be considered. Yeah, he should be considered.
What about Pascal, what's his name, Laguerre? From Martyrs?
Yeah, I heard his second movie wasn't that great.
Yeah,
No, it was not.
A Tall Man or something?
Yeah.
Tall Man? No good?
No.
And then what about the two guys that did Inside, like Julian Maury and Alexandre Bustio?
Yeah, Elevator was good, or Devil, that's what it was.
The Devil?
Devil. That was actually pretty good, actually.
I didn't mind The Devil. I thought it was pretty good for a PG-13 horror, and I'm usually very against PG-13 horror.
I liked it. It's just the writing really sunk it. But it was good.
Yeah.
You know who? I'm going to say his body of work, this gentleman I'm about to mention and reveal to you and the audience.
Whoa.
I'm going to say his body of work is not enough to warrant, like, the best director right now. But somebody I'm really keeping an eye on is Marcus Dunstan. And he wrote quite a couple of the Saw movies, Feast. He directed
The Collection?
Yeah, The Collection, The Collector, ABC's of Death 2. Something in there.
The Collection? Did anybody see The Collection?
I saw both of them.
It was great, yeah.
I really liked The Collection. I thought it was fun.
I watched both of those back to back, and I was so entertained and satisfied after that, 3 hours. I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't like The Collector, but I think The Collection was like a massive step up for me, so
yeah,
I'd be interested to see what his next film is like.
So, here we'll do...
So no
Takeshi
John
Miike
Boulanger?
has to be considered, too, on this list, I think.
That's true.
Who?
You've got Takeshi Miike, you've got Audition, you've got Ishi the Killer, you've got... he's done 92 films.
No John Gallagher.
Hey, you don't like him, do you?
No, I think he's very indulgent, and his style is not what people. It's not good. It's just not good.
Oh man,
That's fucking funny. It's not good. It's just not.
Well, I guess that proves that Piranha 3 Double D was in full on YouTube.
Right, yeah.
And so we could have watched it on KR Movie Night, which was really funny.
All right, well, there's more questions, but they're longer, and we'll do it next time.
Yeah, you could do it with Xander. you
Now,
know.
what about, by the way, in terms of newer directors, what about the guys who did You're Next?
You're next.
Yeah, who was that dude?
He also did another, what is it, Way to Die? I forget.
I read up all about that guy after watching Your Next. It's Wingard, right? Something.
Adam Wingard, yeah.
He's really good.
Did you guys see Your Next?
I did, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Grandma was fun, right? Actually, yeah,
It
you
was,
did
it
get a
was,
review.
yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, boy, that lead girl, she's a looker. Sharni Vincent.
I'm so sorry I kicked her out of bed because she was eating crackers. What was I thinking?
Really?
Well, they were salted crackers.
And there's nothing like cleaning crackers out of the crack of your butt in the morning.
Oh my god, guys, that reminds me. I had this chick come over the other night. Okay, I wake up and her fucking tampon fell out all over my bed. Like blood everywhere.
Oh,
I can't tell whether this is a joke or whether this is serious.
And I felt something like warming against my leg, and I turned the light on, and the fucking, it's extra large tampons. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Are you serious? And she starts like, you know, she's like all like, well, she's like red and like starts like getting quiet. And I'm like, answer my fucking question. Is this yours?
So it could have been the other woman that you were with, I guess.
Yeah.
And she's like, can you, I'm really embarrassed. Can you please like just stop freaking out? And I go, I want you to do one thing. Get the fuck out of my apartment.
Yeah.
So I fucking grabbed her, threw all her clothes from the floor into a bag, threw the bag out, fucking tossed her out, and I said, hang on 1 second. And I went back to the room, grabbed the tampon, and fucking chucked her in the head.
Wow.
I said, lose my fucking number.
See, when that happens with my wife, I'm like, hey, yep, just let's do it when you're in the full menstrual, because this is my closest way of murder fantasy with you.
Wow.
I've got no issues going clown face.
What about the?
What do they call it on your neck of the woods over there, Gray? Chili dogging it?
They call it going red deep.
Red deep?
Yeah.
By Darren Jetta.
The Hunt for Red October.
What about the Soska sisters?
They don't have the
They don't have the background.
chops under them yet, but they will get there.
They're Dunstan like.
Yeah, for sure. American Mary was badass.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
And then
Dead Hooker. Have you?
They're doing
I did, yeah.
See No Evil Part 2.
Yeah, I know. That looks badass. Okay.
I think that's it.
Are we done with our 1 hour show that we got done in 2 hours?
Are the dishes done?
Dishes are done.
Any final comments? Hey, if you could leave the listeners, here, let me leave you with this, and then we can go around the room real quick.
Then you're not leaving them.
Final thoughts. I want you to, if you want to donate some stuff to my store, I'm opening up next year. You can get a YouTube video up, an unboxing. Help me out a lot. And just shoot me an email at gdumont@wegoproductions.com or on Facebook or Twitter, blah, 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 the forums. And watch me on Twitch TV. And there's a forum, whatever. I mean, it's on YouTube. Go to the Careers Forum. It's Twitch TV. There's a thread on there about it. Twitch.tv /Wega77. And you can watch it on your phone, tablet, Xbox, TV, whatever. And check out, if you like geeky shit, Will Wheaton's Tabletop on YouTube. It's fucking a good time. And I will pass it on to Android Virus if you want to give any final thoughts.
Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. All at Android Virus. And don't forget, every other Friday, we're going to stick to that format, I think, KR Movie Night. So we'll have something in a couple weeks. And stay black.
Don't.
Gray.
Yo, just well, I'm on all the social networks, so check me out. Usually at The Dark Hours or Gray The Dark Hours. So
Hey, dude, what's up with your podcast? You gonna try to get something going?
yeah, I'm considering it. I just need to find a distributor. I was thinking maybe getting back to it. I'm deciding whether I want to do it with somebody or just myself. I don't know yet.
I mean, you're kind of on a lot of shows as it is, right? Too, like hanging out on different shows with people.
Yep.
There's one thing about Gray's. He never disappoints.
No.
I appreciate it.
Only in the bed.
I know. I'm working on that.
Well, if you need tips, let me know, because I am a fucking stallion.
Oh, yeah?
That goes all...
You kick girls out of the bed. You're right.
Hey, Brain Chopper.
And size matters.
Does it?
Just as Brie. We stopped having
does.
sex years ago because she's gotten so fucking big.
I was hoping size didn't matter.
Gregmo Roberts.
Yes, sir! Finally you get around to me. I haven't been had a chance to talk for 2 hours and 18 minutes.
So wonderful. Oh, I don't know how to answer you. Oh, no, Android virus. I don't know how to answer this stuff. No, I clicked it. No, the whole page is fucked up now.
I'm just fucking with you. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god. If you can see my screen right now, I have no idea what I'm looking at. And I'm hosting the call. You fucking motherfucker. This Windows 8. If I die, Windows 8 killed me.
Oh, Windows 8.
Oh my god. By the way, I had a cop come to my door today. My fucking asshole neighbor stole my $30 ladder off my porch. A fucking loser. Like,
So
I could fucking sell this for $6.
He just needed a heroin fix.
The cop literally was like, not gonna, he was like, hey man, are you missing anything? I look like next to him. I'm like, yeah, I had a ladder on my porch right here. He was like, yeah, your neighbor stole it. I have it for you. Alright, Gregmo Roberts, what are your final thoughts here, brother?
What are my final thoughts? Well, anybody in Toronto, vote for Rob Ford, our mayor. If anybody knows of any... No, I'm not going to say that. That's racist. I stopped myself this time from saying that bad word. I'm not going to do it, Mr. Dumont. I'm not going to do it.
I'd love to smoke crack with that nigga.
Jesus Christ!
Hey, Aaron,
Said it. No,
Aaron, are you texting me pictures?
No, why?
I'm getting photos sent to me or something, and I don't have... Oh, no. God, no. It's Brain Chopper putting together a surprise birthday party. And I guess it was some kind of group text shit.
Oh, no, that's not
it
me.
either had to be that or the Obamacare.
Greg Mo, have you given any final thoughts? You haven't, have you?
Any final thoughts? No, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna log off this show and continue deleting my recent history by having another beer.
All right. Well,
You
I
gotta
want
do
to
that.
dedicate this
It's good
episode
to delete your history.
to the loss of Xander Kane no longer on the podcast.
I'm gonna miss that bugger. I'm gonna miss him.
I mean, he actually was pretty good on the show. But Greg Mo has come back from his trip.
I am the Phoenix!
And we no longer have a place for you.
No.
David.
Shit.
David, I'm sorry. May I suggest Gray from the Dark Hours as a co-host? our next, well, hey everybody, thanks for listening. Our next episode will be actually very soon, and Xander Kane and I, and hopefully Patrick can join us too. We're going to talk about our film festival weekend, where I drank for 3 days, and it was awesome.
You partied like it was the end of the world.
That's right.
That's
So
right.
we'll talk about Patrick's cupcakes he brought us, the tequila, the guy that's helped me pick up the fixtures for the store. That was kind of funny. We'll talk about Fun Spot. and how I kicked Xander Cane's ass at the video games, and how Xander Kane literally went to Fun Spot. We watched YouTube. I just threw up in my mouth, but we watched YouTube videos for like 3 hours on pinball machines. He came home from his Fun Spot and had pinball fever, and he put a bid on a machine. I wonder if he won that pinball machine. Actually, he put a bid on a pinball machine on eBay. All right, dishes are done.
Dishes are done. Dishes are done. Put them in the
Time
dishwasher.
to say goodbye.
1,000 views.
I was going to thank Greg Bo and Gray for being on the podcast, but you're not really special guests. I think we're all kind of just mix and match at this point. I love you guys. I hope you're well and safe.
You know, yeah, you guys just don't be strangers, Gray. Don't be a stranger no more. I miss you, man.
Telling you. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna make it a point to come back a little bit more. Just come back from the brink.
All right. And don't forget, before you watch anything else, you watch the Jaws hour-long playthrough on YouTube.
Yes.
It's fucking fascinating. All right, thanks guys for
Bye, everybody.
listening. See you next time.
See ya.
All right. We're recording.
You're the only one recording, right?
Yep.
Okay, because I've got my dick in my hand.
That's pretty awesome, huh, Greg Bo? No recording responsibility?
Absolutely.
Dude, it works like a dream, too. Like, we just had bad luck that first time using that software. All right, ladies. I haven't done this in a long time. Okay. What's the opening music? It's the Kill Screens, I think. I forgot how it goes. Okay. Alright.
Horse? Well, maybe you are just our horse.
Alright.
Did I ride you down in the Caribbean?